Hello, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel. I'm continuing my playing lot streak with another game. This is going to be another AG3, which is the 2017 edition playtest collection. So we're playtesting some cards and sort of previewing them for you guys at home. If you ever have any questions about a card or whatever, you can pause the video at any time, go to Play-agricola.com, and then click on Create and Discuss New Cards. This is known as the CAC. And on here, you can see every single card. So if you click on AG3, for example, these are all the cards in the AG3 collection. So you can do a search and you can see exactly what the text are. You can comment on them. Yeah, vote, whatever. Okay, let's get this going. So I know mayor candidate, it's okay. 2 wood and 2 stone action. Gardener's right, wife, a couple vegetables. Of course, stonecutter is always nice. Turning 1 or 2 clay into 3 or 5 food with glassblower. Still pretty mediocre. Building resource user, if you're in a clay house and someone renovates to stone, you can build a room for 3 food. Now, I've never actually seen this played. I think it could be really cool, though. The problem is the rooms you get are too late to family growth with them, so... And you would need a lot of stone to reno to stone if you built like 5 or 6 rooms, which you always do. After the field phase, turn... a grain into 3 food or a bonus point. Yeah, I'm not going to take that. Sower. Whenever another player uses starting player, you can sow on 1 field. No, not taking that. Alright, this is a 4 wood occupation. Equal number of pastures and field tiles. That's 2 bonus points if you do that. So probably it just means that if you do 4 pastures, which is pretty normal, then you would only do 4 fields, because the last field wouldn't be worth anything. In any case, it's a 4 wood occupation, which is always nice to have, so I'm going to take it. Turkey breeder. So turkey breeder got slightly nerfed in that you have to pay 5 wood at the end of the game. Otherwise, still quite a nice card. Being able to hold those animals early can be really strong. Whenever another player pays building resources, you can refund. So I can give other people resources for food. Probably not going to take that. Collector. Seems interesting if you have a way to get rid of begging cards. Warehouse worker. Wood, clay, stone if you take 1 reed, for example. Yeah, not that good. Stable master. Not going to take that. I think the card here is probably village elder. Turkey breeder is really strong. And if I get any other support for early animals, turkey breeder is better. Okay. Oh, and what do you know? Lucky, lucky me. I get Visionary and Animal Breeder. Either of these would be excellent. Oh my god, and I get Lady in Waiting. Lady in Waiting is fantastic. Visionary might come back. Maid, you get a grain when you play Maid now. That's a pretty good buff. Animal Breeder. I think what I do here is I take Animal Breeder and hope to, or do I take Visionary and hope, or Lady in Waiting and hope to get Visionary back? Which of those 2 do I do? With Animal Breeder plus Turkey Breeder, I can get breeding cattle super early, which would be quite strong. I think that's what I do, and then I hope to get Visionary back. Although Visionary plus Animal Breeder would probably be too many cards before in stage 1. Yeah, so that visionary probably won't work, but I think turkey breeder and animal breeder is a quite nice combo. Wounded veteran seems okay because I have a 4 wood occupation, and it gives me food to buy animals with. Stone buyer seems okay. Two wood and 2 food action. Always considered unoccupied. Oh, that seems pretty nice. Dignitary. The worst, it's 2 wood and 2 food, and then if it gives you some unblockable actions, yeah, that's good. Take that card. So building resource user gets some extra value because I know clay starter is out there. Gardener's wife would likely be 2 or 3 vegetable. Mare Candidate is really nice because it lets you build the well super early, which is great ability. It also means that I can pretty much ignore wood actions early on. I can get 2 wood from Dignitary, 2 wood from Mare Candidate, and 4 wood from Whole-Blooded Farmer, so I can just focus on playing occupations and then taking clay and getting my feeding engine going. Yeah, I think I like that. Just as long as I don't have to compete for the occupation space too hard. I actually really like the change to Stable Master. Stable Master stunk, but it's much more playable now. At the end of each turn in which you paid at least 2 or 4 clay at once, you receive 1 and 2 clay. So it's just like a clay refunder. Yeah, pretty meh. You get a begging card, but you also get like animals and stuff with collector, and you could get a bunch of stone if you needed it. But you get a begging card. You have to play the Ock and then use an action, and then you get a begging card. But you could take 2 cattle, 2 vegetable, and 2 stone, and that would be quite nice. I'm not really sold on any of the other cards, so I think I'll draft collector. Maybe I get a minor improvement that lets me discard a beggar. If that comes up, then I think I'll be happy. And then here I'll take visionary. I think visionary and animal breeder don't work together, but turkey breeder and visionary work really well together. Yeah, really strong. I wouldn't be able to activate the animal breeder for the turkey breeder fencing, but I could after that in the future. And what do you know? Hey, lucky me, I get holiday present. So this would let me discard the beggar that I would get from collector, so I could use the beggar to get a vegetable and 2 grain and some animals or stone or whatever I need exactly. Um, hmm. Carriage trip. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Best card here looks like driftwood. And then hopefully I get holiday present on the rebound. Um, Chronicle is quite nice. You get a very decent amount of food with it. Hmm. Each time you take a sow, you can plant food from your supply. And then in 2 harvests, you turn the 2 food for a wood. That's quite nice. And when is it? In the next harvest. It doesn't say when in the harvest. So yeah, I could use that for multiple fence actions. So what I need is a ton of food. And then I do a sow action. Yeah. Okay. And so then I would do sow actions instead of fence actions. Is that better? Food is definitely easier to accumulate than wood. But I would need a field as well. I like this. I really like this hedge fertilizer. I think it's quite interesting. Um, Whenever you take wood from a space, you get a stone. That's pretty good. Wood for a point. A decent effect. I think, though, I want to do hedge fertilizer. This seems like a cool card to me. I should have a ton of food with my visionary animal breeder play. And this will basically mean that I can spend all my wood on building rooms. So, yeah. Giant pumpkin, turn a vegetable into turn a vegetable into 2 points. That's basically what it is, because the vegetable still counts as a point, and then you get a bonus point for giant pumpkin. That's okay. Um, Recycled brick. It's a good way to get a ton of clay. I don't know if I'll necessarily need that much. Team spirit. 3-person. If you do, you can use that space 2 times. Yeah, it doesn't seem that strong. I think the pick here is cow chips. I should have a cattle early, so if I do any sowing, like I'm going to need 1 field to play my hedge fertilizer. I get a vegetable from visionary, so I can put that field beside the pasture and then put an extra goods on it. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Seems like a decent combo. So here, wooden strongbox will be pretty good if anyone took that renovate to stone card, building a clay room for 3 food. The start of each round. Oh, grain elevator is changed. It's not really changed actually. Okay, yeah, it's grain elevators. I guess it's just reworded. Animal feed. Way to get more animals. Its power's rated really low actually, because it's very difficult usually to get 4 planted fields and have one of each type of animal and accommodate them and have them be worth something. Craig Festival would be okay actually, because I have a way of getting sheep really early. I think though the pick here is lamp oil because of the obvious synergy with my turkey breeder visionary. So I do turkey breeder visionary, and then every action and then play lamp oil, and then everything in the future I get a food on. So it's really easy to accommodate the 2 animals early on in the game and then get that benefit. So free point and some food sounds perfect to me. Here, I am gonna take holiday present. Yeah, I think being able to use collector once would be kind of cool. Like towards the end of the game to get exactly the stone that I need or whatever to get to a stone house. That would be pretty nice. So Acorn Basket is a reed for 6 food potentially if I get a hearth. Cookie Chronicle is 2 wood for 8 or 9 food. And the conversion between reed and wood or clay is pretty good early on. It's about that value, like 1.5 times, I would say. Not going to take vegetable scoop. I'll never do the take 1 vegetable space. Cooking pot is probably the easiest to play. Acorn Basket though, Chronicle, if you miss out on the first couple improvements, you really feel like you've lost out, and this would put me back from building my cooking hearth or a room. So I think I'm going to take Acorn Basket here. And even if I play it in the middle of the game for family growth, it'll be worth a couple foods, so that seems good. And then here I'll do giant pumpkin would be okay. Recycled brick would be okay. I think since I have collector, I don't really need a ton of extra resources. Probably my goal will be to go up to 5 rooms and renovate to stone. Use the collector to give me the goods that I need. So I think I take giant pumpkin here. Probably unlikely to play either of them, but giant pumpkin is worth a point, so yeah, free point. Alright, I have first action. I could first action animal breeder, then later turkey breeder, then visionary. And the animal breeder, so long as I got a cooking hearth or a fireplace before I play visionary, would be a net gain in food. So I could play animal breeder right here. I think I'm gonna go for it. Just right off the back, play my best card. Where's my farm? Oh, I need to arrange this. Right off the bat. So pretty much announcing that I have Turkey Breeder, because that's the only reason why I would play it this early. Okay, so let's try to plan this stage 1 out. So I want to play 3 occupations. I've already played 1. So I've got 7 more actions. I want to play 2 occupations. I want to spend an action taking clay and then building a fireplace or cooking hearth. Okay, and I probably wouldn't mind doing lamp oil at some point too. So that's my 5 of my 7 remaining actions. So then I have a couple free actions I can use to take wood or reed, would be the 2 things that I'm going for. Here I will take 2 clay because I want that first fireplace, but what's this? Pillar biter. And every time another player takes a build fences action, you can build 3 for 1 or 4 for 3. Well, that's pretty nice. Fences action. So I wonder, does hedge fertilizer count as a fences action? Anytime you can exchange 2 food for 1 gap, in 1 gap for a fence. Build fences action. So I assume that means when you go on the action space, which I'm not going to at all. But we'll see. We'll have that discussion when it comes up. Actually, I can look at the discussion on the card. It's probably been happening already. Get a sense of what people think. No comments. So does Turkey Breeder give me a build fences action? Turkey Breeder might. I'm not sure that hedge fertilizer does. We'll see. So the animal breeder is probably just going to end up being a 3 food action, but it's a 3 food and it plays the animal breeder, which I would want to do eventually anyways. So I think that's okay. Major minor came here, so my second action will be fireplace, and with this move I play Turkey Breeder. Hey, no. Oh. Sorry about that. I had to yell at the dog for eating off of a plate. I need to finish this. So I do that, and I need to pay 2 food to get 2 sheep. So he doesn't have any wood pane, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I also assume that it's okay to put the stable inside because I have fenced unused spaces. Yeah, so they're talking about how Pillar Biter has to be on the build fences action, which Turkey Breeder is not, and the Hedge Fertilizer is not. So yeah. So my next action will be to play Major Minor Fireplace. And this has been about as good a start as I could have asked for. This has been the dream start. 2 times occupation, 2 clay, and then fireplace. Perfect start. So I have 4 more actions. I want to play Visionary. I want to play... I wouldn't mind upgrading my fireplace to a cooking... Although I'm going to eat the 2 sheep, and I won't eat the boar for a little while. So yeah, upgrading to cooking hearth is not such a big deal. Yeah. So it's just people talking in chat about the that card and how it interacts, and this is exactly why we playtest, because we discover card interactions that you might not find just by looking at the cards and thinking of them. So this is part of why the playtesting that we do can help a lot, because we can help with tweaking the wording of cards, or we can help with saying, you know, you should go this way with the card, not this way, whatever, or this card's too strong, that kind of thing. Reed Beds played here. I didn't look at the Brewer, but yeah, Brewer lets you turn a grain into a point, and he has Grain Elevator, so that's pretty nice. Chris plays Lady in Waiting. So this card got slightly nerfed. It's now 3 food. Probably a pretty insignificant nerf, in my opinion. Yeah. The big thing about Lady in Waiting is that it lets you stay on 3 rooms and have 4 actions in round 12 without having to compete for the family growth action space. It does cost an action in stage 1, but the payoff, I think, is just fantastic, because you don't have to starting player or anything. You just get that 4th person or 5th person, depending on how you play it. Sometimes 3rd person, but most often the way you play Lady in Waiting is you get 3 rooms, grow once, and then Lady in Waiting gives you your 4th, and then you try to get family growth in one of the next 2 spaces. Alright, so I got 4 wood available to me, so I think I have to take that. I do definitely want to play Visionary. Do I definitely want to play Visionary? I think so. I think I want to play Visionary. Yeah. Yeah, Visionary is going to be nice. It's going to let me have a breeding pair of animals at the end of this harvest, which I won't have otherwise unless I do it. So... Yeah, so I think my last action of the round will be starting player lamp oil, and then play visionary on the cheap occupation space. Yeah, that'll be okay. That'll be a pretty good round one. I do have the mayor candidate, so I want to keep that in mind for stealing the well. So I would like to get on Reedstone Food once, then play mayor candidate, then play the well, because the well is a very strong card. 4 points, which is great, and food. And if you play the well nice and early, the food comes so quickly that it basically pays for a harvest. So it's really nice. Food per round later on in the game is not nowhere near as valuable as in playing it in round 3 or round 4. So yeah. When did he play it? Yeah, so there are 2 grain on the grain elevator, and yeah, we should be marking that. The wording is different. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. You don't get the base grain anymore. Okay, so grain elevator. So the thing about grain elevator is it's almost always better than corn scoop, because corn scoop is just a flat +1 grain. Okay, yeah. So now the wording on grain elevator is such that you don't get the base grain from the space anymore. You only get it from the grain elevator itself. So effectively, if the grain space got taken every round, you could get locked out of taking grain ever. Um, Not locked out. Sorry, you could still go on it, but you would only get 1 grain. You would never get 2 grain, which what you really don't want 2 grain. You want to get 3 or 4 with the grain elevator, which is interesting. It means that the grain elevator is yeah, it is definitely a nerf to a grain elevator. So I could expensive ock, but I think I want to play lamp oil because having another food is nice. Two 4 food actions, 4 wood, 3 wood. What are the odds that I do not get on cheap ock? Like, I would like to do Reedstone food here. You know what? If I do Reedstone food, I can afford expensive occupation. Yes, nice. Good. And this gives me a read so that now when I play visionary, I can take another read with it, and then in the future I can do mayor candidate, and mayor candidate will give me my 3rd stone. So I just want to try to get to 3 stone ahead of Pain, which should definitely be doable because Pain should be taking part in the family growth queue, and if he does that, then we're all good. So Lolo, I'm sure Lolo will do grain action and then sow. That's what it looks like to me. I also want to get Whole-Blooded Farmer played at some point. I haven't really thought about it too much. It's a 4 wood action, so if I play it in round 5, it's worth 4 wood. Even if I play it after round 5, it's still worth 3 wood. Yeah. I think the problem with Whole-Blooded Farmer is that I think it's going to be pretty common for people to get to 3 rooms in 3 fields or 4 rooms in 4 fields. And then what Whole-Blooded Farmer says is if you plow again, it's not worth any points. Which I don't like because improving your farm should always be worth something. No, not this. Why am I playing that? I am playing Visionary. So I eat. So I play it for free. So I'll eat a sheep. I'll just eat both my sheep now. And then I get 2 boar. And then I get a vegetable and a reed. eat 2H2 feed 4 plus F oil. So I can breed here and then send my farm, and my farm is totally up to date. Now the downside about Visionary is it is possible for me to get totally locked out of growing at all if one other player avoids family growth, but that's such a low, like, you don't even really consider it because it's not a winning strategy for that person to do it. I didn't see Cowboy and Mother in the draft. If I saw Cowboy and Mother, I could never play Visionary. Because I could just get totally screwed by the Cowboy and Mother. Now Lolo is certainly far away from having the resources to build a room, but I have a feeling that Lolo might be doing something like straw roof, where you don't need reed to do rooms. And if that's the case, then that's fine, because all they need to do is 1 4-wood action, and then they got the 5 to build a room. So yeah. Yeah. I would like for Payne to get involved in building rooms, because that would keep me ahead of him in thing. But just as long as there's no starting player action, I can first action mayor candidate, and then second action build the well next round. And I would be very happy with that. Getting the well is totally worth losing a wood from Full-Blooded Farmer. So Visionary got changed. Used to give a reed, now it gives a stone. I don't know when that change happened. It used to just say that Visionary gives you 1 building resource of your choice, but that's not the case anymore. Alright, so Payne is taking 6 wood. So that's good for me, because I can either play Mayor Candidate, or I could Reedstone Food. Reedstone Food is appealing because it gives me my second reed. Mayor Candidate is appealing because it gives me wood. I think I'm going to play Mayor Candidate. So 2 wood and 2 stone. So now I can afford to build the well with my second action. So yeah, things I would like. I would like to see Lolo head towards building rooms. So like taking 3 reed here would make me happy, because that means that Lolo is moving towards that. Or even 4 wood. 4 wood would be good as well. But yeah. Lolo plays Cabbage Lover, Jam Preservation. You can buy a vegetable for a wood whenever you eat a clay. Okay, so this is the old Cabbage Lover, but slightly nerfed. Not too worried about that. Payne is having nice play. He's going to be able to build 2 wood rooms at once and grow probably 2 times in a row, because I won't be contesting with him, and it looks like Chris is not planning on it either. So yeah, we're being quite nice to Mr. Payne, but well, that happens. I would build the well here, but there's 4 wood available, and 4 wood is a much better wood action than normal, so going to be taking that instead. So I wouldn't mind doing another fence action before this next harvest, because then I could buy a pair of cattle and have breeding cattle, and having 2 breeding pairs of animals this early would be very strong. Yeah. I'm also the only one who can eat animals, so that's pretty cool because it means I can grab 4 sheep or 5 sheep. So I have this hedge fertilizer, okay? So hedge fertilizer is interesting in that it lets you turn food into wood. So you basically plant food and then it becomes wood. So if I do a big sheep action, that should be enough to give me all the food I need to play my hedge fertilizer. Um, yeah, and then each round I could gain fence actions for my animal breeder without even using a person because the hedge fertilizer specifically says at any time. So yeah, how much would I need to get maximum fencing points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I would need 11 food. So if I take 4 food from sheep, that would be worth 8. Is it possible for me to do it before this next harvest? I need to plow a field. I need to play hedge fertilizer. I need to take sheep. I need to sow. That would be my 4 actions. So I'm not going to do it because I want to build the well, and I value playing the well higher than any of those other things. Yeah, there's now 4 sheep here. 4 sheep is pretty nuts. I do not want to get jumped over. I don't want anyone else to get these sheep, so I'm going to grab them. And my second action can be build the well. So yeah, my hedge fertilizer will come into effect. I'll play it and get it going next round, before the next harvest. And then it takes 2 harvests to mature. So it goes boom, boom, and then starting in round 12, I can do a fence action at any time with my animal breeder, which would be awesome. Lolo plays country doctor. Sick. That's what I like to see. So that means that I want to start getting ready to build rooms myself. So what are these things? I don't really know. Oh, they might be par force hunting by pain. It's probably what they are. Did he play it in? Yeah, he played in stage 1. So yeah, round 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, par force hunting. Yeah, it's too bad that Visionary doesn't give a read anymore, because if it did, I could afford to build a room. But alas, I cannot. Also, this country doctor play is quite nice because it lets Lolo jump ahead of Pain in queue. So that's really good because Pain was going to be able, it may still be able to grow twice in a row, depending on how hard I contest with him and how hard he contests with me as well. Yeah, Lolo plays Thunderbolt. Nice. Yeah, this is a nice play. Turns one of those grain into 6 wood. Yeah, because 1 grain, of course, when it's sowed becomes 3, and then the 3 becomes 6. 6 wood with Thunderbolt. So yeah, nice play. Quite nice play. And Chris with the last action of the round. Playing Stonecutter. So yeah, Chris is looking like he's going to have a nice game. Popcorn is pretty cool because it means that all you need is 1 big read action to be able to grow a ton. So I want to start accumulating read myself. I would like to build 2 rooms at once, if possible. Yeah, I would really like to build 2 rooms at once, but I'm not sure that will be doable. I have to think about this a little. In order to build 2 rooms at once, I need another read action. I think that's the big barrier. That's the big barrier for me. Is that will I be able to build room and still... Well, actually, to grow ahead of pain, I need to build room with this next action. Okay, what if I don't build room with this next action? Then I could build room in round 8 or round 9 and grow in round 9 and round 10, assuming, of course, that nobody competes with me. What are the odds of that happening? Chris needs 2 read after renovating, and I don't think he'll want to do that. Oh, he might not he didn't reno actually, he just did. Oh, that's kind of weird. Because he has enough. Yeah, I wonder what Chris is doing. I guess he wants to reno pottery with this next action. Thunderbolt is pains. It'd be nice for him to take it. Okay. I can play Dignitary or Whole-Blooded Farmer next round, even if there aren't that many good... Yeah, okay. I think this is slightly greedy. Slightly greedy. So now, next round, I have 4 actions. I want to plow, I want to build room, I want to take wood, I want to family growth, play hedge fertilizer. Those will be... Oh, no, because I need a sow action as well. Okay, my hedge fertilizer will come evenly. I keep delaying it. Anytime. Next harvest. It doesn't say when. So it doesn't say like at the start of the harvest and then I could build them before the breeding phase. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how this will work. But I think it's a good enough combo that I think me growing twice will be so good that it'll be worth it. I probably need to grow twice to get enough people and have enough points from my house and everything to be very competitive in this game. Yeah. I definitely want to get that vegetable sown. Lolo needs 2 read actions. Unless he has some sort of action that gives read. Like clay roof or a driftwood or brushwood roof. Yeah, I think I should have time to... he needs 2 actions to get enough read to build a room ahead of me. And Chris is 2 actions away as well. And Payne is also 2 actions away. So I think I'm okay on this. Yeah. I can afford to build 2 rooms at once. And then probably I'll try to build a 3rd room later in the game. Maybe build a clay room. Although I have a ton of occupations. The whole point of my occupations is that they're going to give me wood, which is what I wanted. Wood read here for Chris. So yeah, I will need to... Chris is almost definitely going to get enough wood to build a room. Yeah. Unless he potteries with his 2nd action, which is unlikely. Yeah. So the nice thing about Dignitary is that I can use it to keep Sow Bake unblockable, or Major Minor unblockable. Major Minor is not nearly as important. The big thing is that it can make Sow Bake unblockable for me, which there's going to be a key Sow Bake action for me in round 11. Yeah, okay. Below place handcart. Whenever you take wood from a space, you also get a stone. Okay. I am happy with that starting player move because that means I can move before Chris next round. So theoretically, I could hold off on my family growth. Okay, so I could play anything here. I could play 3 wood, but playing an occupation is kind of nice. I could play dignitary too. Dignitary would be decent. Play whole. Yeah, I think I play dignitary here. For 2 wood, 2 food. Yeah, it'll be nice if I can hold on to Whole-Blooded Farmer until the until I know I'm gonna get the bonus. So the thing is, if I build 5 pastures, which I think I'm planning on, it probably is unlikely that I'm gonna get up to 5 plowed fields. So I think Whole-Blooded Farmer is probably gonna go unplayed. So yeah. So Chris now has enough wood to build a room, so I need to build a room with my second action. Just realized I never did the last harvest. So I bred boar and fed 4. So I only took 1 wood from Visionary. So Chris does play pottery here, Reno pottery. Yeah, not really surprised, but at least he's not building a room. Makes it much more likely that I grow round 9, round 10, which I definitely want to do. So I'm going to need to feed 5 next harvest. I have that amount, and then I'm going to hit the limit on the number of boar I can hold without plowing, without fencing anymore. So I'll have to decide how important is hedge fertilizer to me. Hedge fertilizer will give me a ton of unblockable fence actions in round 14. Well, technically the end of round 13 is when I'll leverage it. Yeah, I think it'll be worth it. I think it's a really good card. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to throw the Thunderbolt off to the side because it's annoying that he's not taking it. I guess Visionary's change is a slight nerf. I guess the fact that it gave a read was pretty strong because that read could contribute to you building rooms. Yeah. So the thing is, getting a vegetable in 2 boar with 1 action is really good because probably you're going to spend an action anyways, and the 2 boar come really early. So yeah, you can start accumulating them. So yeah, I'll definitely consider myself a bit of a failure if I don't maximize either cattle or boar points. Or if I get 3 points in each, I'll be happy. That'll be my criteria for success, I think. So here, don't really have anything that I particularly want to do. I'm just gonna build a room. Lolo has to build 2 rooms in order to be able to grow. Payne needs reed and is gonna probably reno before building any more rooms. Yeah, so I think my next my family growth next round is safe. So I'm gonna plow a field here. And then I will starting player and play, or family growth and play driftwood. I would like to get cattle. I need to get cattle to play my cow chips to sow with them. I could starting player in round 11 and play hedge fertilizer. But my sow action is no longer unblockable. It shouldn't be that hard for me to get wood because Lolo is not using any wood. But I do want to start getting clay because my thinking is that I probably want to reno. I could use collector to get 6 stone and then use that stone. Then I would have enough to reno all the way to stone and build a stone room. And then I could build a bunch of stables as well with any good wood actions that I do, and with the wood that I'm going to collect from driftwood. Yeah, so driftwood plus another wood from dignitary would give me 2 stables. Yes, I think I definitely want to build a 5th room. I think that's in the cards for me. Still, no one else has built a way to make it hold animals. Yeah, so we see Lolo do that, of course. Using up all that wood. It's nice. I mean, being able to hold a bunch of animals this early is really good. Downside is he's on a 2-room wood house. So even if he goes to stone, the point ceiling of this farm, like pottery's gone already, and well's gone, so the point ceiling of his farm is very low. So he needs stuff like the brewer. Admittedly, the brewer is doing exactly what he needs. So, yeah, I guess I shouldn't really say anything yet. Wood. And I feed 5. And I get my last boar that I can accommodate for now, until I hold some more stuff. Chris plays kitchen cabinet. This card's annoying because it just means that people sit on starting player a bit more instead of going on major minor. Not super annoying. Not like businessman level annoying. Payne played stone tongs, very old card. Helps him get enough stone to build improvements in reno. Yeah, so taking a look at the rest of my hand. Probably Whole-Blooded Farmer goes unplayed, unless it's going to be worth points for me. Collector, I think I'll still probably play Collector. Unblockable, because what I'll be able to use Collector is like my last action of round 13. I'll be able to collect a whole bunch of resources. Those resources will let me pressure the reno spaces, giving me, say, Plow Sow in round 14, and then later on I can do stuff like build rooms or whatever. Yeah. I can also, the nice thing about Collector is I can also use it to get grain. I have no way of getting grain yet. Yeah. So you can use Collector to like max out on crop points really easily. So even if I take 3 stone from it, or like a stone and 2 reed, and then, you know, yeah, and then get like a 2 grain, which I can then sow for, a 5 point swing in terms of going from -1 to +5, and then I have, or +3, and then I have, I guess it's only a 4 point swing, and then I have, holiday present to get rid of the beggar, and the beggar is the main disincentive of collector. Not sure if that's the right way of using that word. But we'll say that's right. So things to do for me this round. Plow is gone. Probably Plow was #1 on my list. Plow is going to be #1 on my list for the rest of the game because it's just going to be another 2 points that I wouldn't have got otherwise every time I do it. Taking reed. Oh, Payne already grabbed the reed. Oh man, what do I do? Reedstone food, is that the best action available to me? 3 wood, I don't have use for any more wood, I don't think. I don't really understand what Marscock's saying, but that's okay. Don't always need to understand. Upgrading my fireplace to a cooking hearth would be worth a ton of points. So if I could do that before I eat all the boar, yeah. Thing is, Lolo is gonna want to sow next round. So, because what I could do here is I could family growth with this next action and then sow with my last action of the round. I think that would be okay. Payne plays cooking hearth, yeah. So the thing is, I would like to eat boar. Oh, you know what? I don't have to eat the boar now. No, I do, but when I sow, I do. Yeah, upgrading it would be nice, but I think I want to do this instead. Yeah, this is a pretty silly combo. I can also collect 2 food from Dignitary. So I have 4 and I need 11. So I need 11 food. So I would have to collect 2 and then eat 2 boar in order to get to 11. That's fine, because then I would just need to feed. Well, then I would need to feed a ton next round. But I even if I eat all my boar, I still can very easily get them with my dignitary. All I need to do is get to a ton of food in round 13. That's when I need food, because then I can buy 4 sets of animals. Yeah. Oh, I need to pay my wood back with turkey breeder. I totally forgot about that. Okay, that's probably what my wood's going to, is that I need to get to 5. So maybe I'll build stables if there's an opportunity, but I think I might not. Yeah, so I would like Lolo to sow here, because then I can build cooking hearth and then sow next round. That would be much better for me. But if I have to do it here, I have to do it here, and that's okay. So Lolo, what? Oh, Chris did. Oh, Chris sewed? Okay, I was not expecting that at all. So Lolo... Oh, Pain, this gives him unblockable actions. Yeah, that's... Every card that allows that is really strong. Late Sleeper, or not Late Sleeper, Freeloader. Well, Freeloader's the big one. Okay. My sow action next round is pretty important. How important is it to me? Is it important enough for me to play starting player Acorn's Basket and then first action sow? Thing is, if I don't sow, Lolo almost certainly will. If for no other reason than just to deny me. Yeah, okay, I think I need to do this. And I get a boar on each of the next 2 round spaces. So that's not bad, getting some food. So I need to get 4 clay next round. I need to start accumulating clay. Yeah, I think it's very unlikely that I build a clay room. Probably if I'm going to build another room, it'll end up being a stone room with collector. So I take this and eat it, which is 2 food. And then I take that, and I take that. And then I take 2 food from here. Place 11 food for fences. So I sow that, and then I'll do markers. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And there goes all of my food. So now I need to get up to 8 food to feed my family for this harvest. So it shouldn't be too hard because I already have 3 here. So if I just upgrade my fireplace to a cooking hearth, then that's all I need to do. Yo. Oh, that'll be really annoying if that's the case. Hedge fertilizer. Gaps between your farmyard spaces. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So, can I replace food at any time with a normal fence paid by wood? So what Chris is saying is that these are not, the spaces on the outside, those 4 are not legal. You know what? I think it'll still be okay. But that makes this play like significantly worse. So I increase 1, 2, 3, 4 food. Yeah, I'll still sew all the gaps. So I'm gonna need a bunch more wood than I thought. I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have +5, so I need 9 total for the rest of the game. So I have 3 available. So I need 6, which is 2 more wood actions. This makes this combination significantly worse. So the edge of the farm is not gaps. That makes sense, what he says. But the problem is now, when I do a normal fencing action, I need to do... Like, I need to still do complete fences. So, like, I can pay 1 wood and do all this, and pay 2 wood and do this, and then pay... yeah. So it means that I wanted anytime fence actions, completing fences. Yeah. I definitely wouldn't have started on this corner. What I would have done, what I could have done, is I could have done like here on the right side and then fenced across. And then built my rooms on the bottom and plowed along the top. I'll ask if they would agree to that change. I'll ask if they'll agree to that, because that would make it much better. Okay, looks like Lolo agreed. So in that case, I would do this, and then another 3. Boom. So then I would do +1 here. So I would do this. And so now I have a maximum of 4 fields that I can do. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so I think this is still okay. Yeah, the whole point of this is that I want to be able to buy a ton of animal breeder goods. I'm going to need to build stables to hold the animals. So, 1, 2, 3, 9 food. So, -2 food. So here, I do need wood. I would like to plow. My best source of food, though, is going to be renovating, doing reedstone food, and then reno cooking hearth. It is nice. Dignitary is giving me unblockable fence spaces, fence actions. Yeah. This makes my farm lower in score, but it gives me a bunch of actions which I can use to take wood and then build stables. Yeah, I think this is okay. I think what I'm doing is okay. Yeah, I think I'm still happy with this. So next move, reedstone food. That'll give me my 4 stone, which is enough to reno with. And then reno replace cooking hearth, fireplace with cooking hearth. And that'll give me a bunch more food, which I want, of course. Oh, when did Lolo play Cops? Must have done it on starting player. Yeah. Much more playable now. 1 wood for a point, and then the effect is... The effect is still meh, but you're more likely to actually want to do it. Yeah, so this is looking pretty cool. So my plan is... So I need... now I need only 2 more wood. So I need 2 wood, and then any 2 multiples of 2 wood after that is worth... I can get stables with. So... Yeah, I need 2 more wood because that puts me at 5 to pay off the turkey breeder. And then... yeah. Do want to be careful that I don't go over on stone, but just as long as I build a stone room, that's going to be basically impossible. Yeah. So I can still play collector. I'm at 4 people. I have 13 actions left. Maybe 14, depending on if I get family growth around 13. We shall see. Good thing that Lolo didn't get Lady in Waiting as well, or Lolo could be really strong. Although the issue with... oh, just played Clay Starter. Haha, that's so funny. Clay Starter played this late. Here I reno. Replace fireplace with cooking hearth. And then I eat 202 food. So I go down 1, but I'm going to go back up to 5 right away because I'm going to pick up 1 more. And then all of these markers get another. Okay, so my food increments. I fence pasture with 3 2-food things by pair of cattle. Then the cattle can breed because I can do it before breeding phase. So I pay 3, remove that, boom, 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 2 cattle, which is actually going to be 3. Place arbitrary image. I've never seen that hotkey before. So like that, and then I harvest a vegetable. And I should be at a clay house because I did reno. Control, send farm, boom. That should be right. I could have done that with sheep as well. Oh, I get 1 more wood from my thing. That's good. Nice. I'll plow. Plow would be good to do starting player for, but actually plow would be really good for me. I think what I'll try to do is starting player next round to get plow in round 14. And then I'm going to eat this boar. Yeah, I'll just eat the boar for now. I do have these 2 things that I can do at any time. So I could have got sheep and actually had room to breed them. But I think I would rather buy more cattle. If I'd done the other 2 things, I could have also got sheep. No, because I would have had to eat another boar. Yeah. I had to eat 2 boar. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm okay. This is... yeah. If I do sheep now, it'll breed twice, get up to 4, which is 2 points, which is like a good threshold to get to. Or I can just hold 1 total sheep, and that would be okay as well, because the 3 extra is food or whatever, or the 2 extra, depending on how that works out. So here, since it's available, starting player cow chips. So now I can get a grain and sow next round. Yeah, so to get that grain, I think I would like to do it with collector. So I can play collector with my next action, and that'll give me 2 goods to sow, so I'll get maximum value out of that. Yeah. Okay, I like this. Yeah. And then what else do I take with the collector? I need... how much more wood do I need? I need 1 more. But doing a 1 wood action is pretty trivial. I think the big thing will be getting stone. So if I do... how much more reed am I going to need? I would like to collect the resources before using my collector, because I'll need to have really good foresight otherwise. I'll need to know exactly what I'm going to get. So, like, take 3 stone and then... yeah. I could family growth. Family growth wouldn't be too bad. In which case, I don't lose out on anything. No, you know what? I think I lose out quite a bit if I don't do that. Yeah, I'll get a grain with the collector. So I'll use the collector to get the 3 reed that I need, and then anything extra will be stone. So then all I need to do is take 2 stone and 2 stone, and then I get enough stone. Okay, that's looking okay. There are 4 more reno actions. Payne still needs to reno. Chris wants to reno. Lolo wants to reno. So actually, the reno is going to be pretty tight. Yeah, maybe I won't take any stone with collector. I get a food from... let's try this. So I'll take a grain, and then... a grain, and then I have 5 more. So I can take 3 reed. I can do a grain, a wood. The wood might not be worth anything, though. Wood's very easy to get, yeah. So I do a grain, 3 reed, and 2 stone. And if the worst comes to worst, and I don't have a way of getting rid of those stone, what would I do? Joinery and Basket Maker's Workshop are both available. So even if I don't get on the build room space, yeah, I would still have options. Okay. Collector. So I get a U. So G. I could just take enough stuff to reno and build Basket Maker's Workshop. That is also an option. Take a grain, 3 reed, and 2 stone. And then first action, reno something. Now, Payne has unblockable renos with his Virago, though, but I don't think he wants to use it for that. Okay, either way, I do grain, 2 reed, 3 reed, 2 stone. So now, in order to build a stone room, I need to get to 5 stone. Oh, I also do need something to pay for the holiday present with. Yeah, that'll be an extra. If I get an extra wood, it'll be okay. Oh, different? Oh, shit. Is it really that? Different goods of your choice. Okay. Oh. Never played with most of these, obviously. Never played with collector. So instead of doing what I did, I could do grain, reed, stone. Okay, I think I have to give up on the renovating to stone pipe dream. Okay. So G, V is 3 food, okay. And then how much wood do I need? Wood, C. I could just take 2 cattle and a boar, which would be worth some food. I could take the sheep as well. And then my sheep would not breed, and then just buy cattle and max out on cattle points. GV would C A H eat B A eat another A to hold the H. Woods, clay. So I got a grain. I should get another vegetable. Okay. That's too bad. Collector's a lot worse than I thought it was. Anyways, I want to turn these into another pasture. Pay 3 food to get another pair of cattle. Yeah, so I want a starting player holiday present if it comes around to me. Definitely. Or Reno. I think if it's available, actually, I'll Reno Giant Pumpkin or Reno Holiday present. Either of those would be okay. And actually, it's looking like Whole Blood Farmer will fulfill that, so that's cool. Chris, very unlikely that he will. Let's see what Pain does. Pain takes sheep. Okay, so to get this out of the way, no, I want to put pressure on my opponents. But if I don't Reno, it's going to be really disastrous for me. Yeah, there's no way I can afford not to Reno. Now, it's very likely that Chris is going to take this holiday present and then starting player with it, which will be annoying. But that happens. And then I can remove the beggar. And if it comes around to me, I'll starting player Giant Pumpkin. But I think probably I wouldn't be surprised at all if Chris starting player's holiday present right here, or starting player basket maker's workshop actually. Yeah, he wants to do that. No, he does not. He wants to sow. Okay. Well, that's good. I don't want Chris to starting player. I want it to keep going farther back so that it's more and more likely that I get it again. So if I play whole-blooded farmer here, would get me a wood still. Is that wood worth anything? Probably not, unless I do another wood action or build more stables. I see why collector got passed around so much. Yeah, I was thinking even for the cost, getting a 5-stone or 6-stone action is too good. But different goods. I didn't know that. I should have. My mistake. So low starting players here, likely to guarantee their own plow sow action. That's fine. Yeah, they're gonna want to plow sow next round. So what to do here? I can take wood and then build stables. And that would let me hold more animals, which would give me more points. So that would be nice to do. Don't really think I have that many more points available to me. Most of my points are tied to getting more fields. And then the next best way is getting more animals. So, yeah, I think this is okay. Chris plays Basket Maker's Workshop, no surprise. Payne has Hay Rake. So if Lolo plow sows, will Payne plow and then plow later? I don't know. Lolo might take 2 cattle as well. But probably not. Probably they plow sow, so that they get more vegetables, which they can then convert with their cabbage lover. Yeah, it takes 1 cattle there. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. I think that's a good move. So yeah, I want to play giant pumpkin. Yeah, so I think what I do here is say it's very likely that I can get a 3 wood action next round. And oh, I gotta be click on my own farm. 1, 2, 3, and before I do that, I convert this into a field and buy a pair of sheep, which go up like so, and then I am left with 1 wood on my farm. Three stables, fill in fence first, buy 2H. And then to feed, I need to eat something. I'll eat a sheep. Or do I eat a cattle? My cattle breeding twice more is a point. My boar breeding once more is a point. My sheep breeding once more is a point. Yeah. So I'll eat a sheep. 6 food, sheep. So then that goes up, and that can go into the house. Or this, probably the boar will go into the house and stay at 5, and then the cattle can go into the second pasture. Boom. So if I get another plow action, then Whole-Blooded Farmer becomes a 2-point move. Playing Giant Pumpkin might be points. Probably I'll want to eat a boar, which will put me at 4, and then if I eat another vegetable, I'm not sure. Harvest. I would really like to plow and then sow. That would be worth a ton of points for me. Oh, nice. Lolo is first action renovating. Nice. That means that Payne will... He might plow sow, but if he doesn't, I get to plow sow. And that would be really good for me. So yeah, I think when you're on 2 wood rooms, getting to stone is pretty low value because the actions are only worth 2 points. Now, he may not have had that many other sources to get points. Lolo might not have, but that's part of the problem with staying on 2 wood rooms, that stone improvements are worth as much to you or more than renovating your house. So I think maybe just a bit of an error on Lolo's part. So yeah, it ended up being that I should have taken a sheep instead of a boar from my boar instead of a sheep from my collector, because it would have been worth 1 more food overall. Yeah, if I then get sow bake after this, I think my plow is worth enough that it's worth going for. Because if I get a sow bake, then I get another point and a bunch of food, and probably it's all the food that I need. Something like that. Could have family growth too. Yeah, family growth maybe is a bit better. I'm not sure. My cow chips is nice. As long as no wood action gets taken, I'm going to keep delaying my wood grab as long as I can. Because either 4 wood or 3 wood is enough for me with my dignitary. Either of those is good. What's Lolo thinking about? I wonder. End of the game, 1 bonus point for each unfenced stable. Well, it's 2 points right now. But, yeah, and it means that stabling those 2 spaces would be worth 1 point each. So it gives him another 2-point action. But, yeah, probably you would rather just keep the wood. I don't know. It's 2 points and it gives another 2-point action. I think that's okay, but family growth is probably a bit better. Oh, no, fireplace. I guess worried about having to feed, recognizing that that'll be a problem. Pain going on Renault, I think. Oh, nice. Oh, I wonder if that's GG Pain. Might be. Very well might be. Okay, so I have I have food. So, I don't know. I'll just do this. I think it's okay. Now I have way more than enough food to do whatever the rest of the game, I think. Probably should have just family growth there. Yeah, I should have just taken family growth. Oh well. I can still do giant pumpkin and 4 wood. That'll be... Giant pumpkin might be worth 2 points now. So... maybe worth it, maybe not. Probably family growth is better. Not really playing this optimally. I'm tired, I should go to bed. Been a long day for me. Yeah, I should have family growth. I'm not really thinking this through. Sorry about that, everyone, for watching this poor play. Definitely should have done family growth instead of... and then Chris does starting player. Yeah. So... it's very unlikely that family growth comes all the way back around. If it does, I would like that very much, and I would use it, but Chris is going to be playing Baker's Kitchen here on the starting player space, I'm sure. So that means I have nowhere to play Giant Pumpkin, and the So Bake is mostly because it allows me to then do Giant Pumpkin, but it's okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. I have 7 vegetables, so I can eat 3 of them, and 3 plus 1 food is enough, so... yeah, kind of silly by me, but I'm going to get family growth passed to me again because Lolo is doing stable architect, so that's alright. This is the... and I only needed 4 food. Yeah, so I was almost at perfect feeding anyways. Yeah, not really thinking very clearly. Okay, have enough vegetables. I just need a wood action, and with Chris not doing a wood action there, I'm good. That's it for me for the rest of the game, so I can start tallying up my score. Point here on driftwood, a point on cow chips. And that's it, no other bonus points. I would have liked to have played Whole Blood Farmer, so if I'd gotten family growth if I'd taken family growth last round, you know, I did choose not to do it. I would, yeah. Oh well. What does dignitary say? I assume it doesn't count. Move to the supply. So that means it's not in the supply right now. So I take 4 wood and pay the stable turkey breeder. Yeah, so I have way more of this stuff than I needed. So I can eat 2 vegetables, eat a boar that breeds, let my cattle and other thing breed. Boar 2V. I guess it's just boar 2V. I don't need to pay the extra food, but whatever. I think it's not a huge deal. I have an okay farm. Those 3 unused spaces are ugly, but I do have 4 fenced stables. I also could take the wood on dignitary. but I don't need it, so leaving it there. Anyways, I score, wow, this is really good. 55 points. 53 plus 2, 55. That's way better than I was expecting. Probably enough to win. Yeah. Payne is only at like 47 or something, and Chris, I don't think really has any bonus points. Yeah. Oh, this has been a really good game for me. The way family growth worked out was perfect. The fact that I didn't need to do actions for all the fences to get those pairs of animals so easily. That was a really strong combination. And I do get... My scorecard is really pretty, I guess. Like, I have 3 from fields, 4 from pastures. The lowest thing is 2 from sheep. And I have -3 unused, which is ugly. But I max family. I get a decent amount of points from cards. 8 points from my cards, so 4 from the well and 1 from each of the minors. Discarded with lucky day or whatever. Super present. The thing I SP in round 13 with. I discarded it at the time. So Payne just asking about my thing. I could have announced it. I discarded it with holiday present, which is what I played when I did Reno. GG. Played holiday present when I Reno'd in round 13. So yeah, this is a pretty strong game. I don't have any bonus points, but I have, yeah, like I said, I have a really pretty scorecard. All these nice points. So I score 55. Payne has 45. Oh yeah, so I won quite handily. 45, 55. Man, if they had coordinated, they could have blocked my wood actions, but they all would have had to coordinate, and I think it's not worth it. It is worth it for the second place player, but I don't think it'd be worth it for all the other place players. So 45, 55, 42, and what did Lolo have? 47. So Lolo was in second. So if Lolo could have convinced all the other players to block me, then he would have won, because he would have gained out of the wood action and also from the block. But yeah, this is a pretty nice game. Animal breeder plus this card, hedge fertilizer. This is broken. This is way too good. So I paid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Paid 9 food for 9 fences, and then it's 3 distinct fence actions. So the fence actions can be done at different times, which is what you need with Animal Breeder. So yeah, this is really strong. And then all the wood, the extra wood that you have, you can put into building rooms and building stables and stuff. So yeah. And of course, the Visionary Turkey Breeder combo is also really strong. So just like everything pretty much worked out in my favor. And the Dignitary plus Mayor Candidate, I really like that, because you can keep the 2 wood on the thing, and then if you need the wood at the end of the game, you use it, but if you don't use it, and then it's not on your farm, so it doesn't count as a negative point. So yeah, pretty good. I'm not sure if Collector was worth it. What did I get? I got some stuff out of it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know this. I don't know the NL deck at all. So even though this has been published before, it's never played online. And one of the reasons, which I experienced, was Grand Pensionary, because this card is really annoying. It slows the game and also allows the person to keep starting player for almost no work. Just need to mark 2 of the action spaces you know are going to be taken, like build room and family growth, or plow sow family growth without room, stuff like that. It lets you keep starting player for very little work. So yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, I don't know. I could look at the draft, but the stats aren't there, and I won, so I would just say, yeah, what do you know? I made all the right decisions. I mean, I didn't play a whole-blooded farmer at all, so not sure if it was right or not. Anyways, that's all. I've rambled on for long enough. Thanks for watching. I did stream this live originally on twitch.tv/play_agricola. So if you want to watch me there, if you follow me there, you can watch me play these games live. And then if you have questions or whatever, you can ask me live or make suggestions or whatever. I think we got someone in the chat right now, so shout out to them for watching, and shout out to all of you guys for following on YouTube. I'm gonna do something for the when we get around like 100 subscribers. I don't know, make a video every week or something, or every day of a week or something like that. I don't know. People do that kind of thing on YouTube. So if you have any suggestions for videos that you would like to see, that would be much appreciated. Or if you just like what I've been doing, which is playing and explaining my actions and my thought process, happy to do that as well. Yeah, so we've got we're gonna try to host a new player event on the site. I talked about this a couple videos ago. Date is still up in the air. I still need to get more people to commit. We want experienced players to be able to play with the new players to help them into it. I will do a really detailed video on how to use the interface at some point, and my thinking will be that hopefully Chris will link it on the main site, and then new players can go and watch that instead of having to struggle with the interface. So yeah, if that's part of what's intimidating to you as well, and you're not picking it up just from the way I play, from watching me play, or maybe you don't watch that closely, I'll probably do a video like that as well sometime in the future. I want to kind of plan it out though, so that it's a really concise and exact, and use cuts and stuff, you know. So yeah, I think that's all from me. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.